Hello guys, welcome back to the weekly twin flame energies. Okay, so this is the energies for this week. I will be posting daily updates as we go through the week. But yeah, so let's get started. So obviously I'm a little bit late. It's 6:30 p.m. on a Monday. But so the Twin Flame Collective for the week ahead. So last night I was channeling some energy. So a channeled song we got, West Coast Love by the Emotional Oranges. I will leave the link for that in the description box as well as in the comments. And I'll also post the link to the Spotify Divine Counterpart playlist. Okay, so if you're interested in that. I also got the download to wash your sheets. So mine are there. They've been washed and dried. They're ready to go. They're ready to go up back on the bed. I also channeled something about friendships. I'm not really sure what that is. I feel like maybe friendships are going to be important for the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines this week. I guess that really does sort of play in. So my sister came and stayed over last night, and we spent the whole day. This is why I'm so late. So we spent the whole day out and about shopping, just like hanging out together, and it was really nice and therapeutic to be able to, I guess, just be silly with my sister. Like, we are best friends, so that makes sense. Buffaloes, okay, so buffaloes could be like a sign if you start to see buffaloes. About an hour after I channeled this, I saw on an Instagram post someone had like, it was like an oracle card, and it was like a buffalo oracle card. So that was very much a sign for me. I'm really also feeling this week that there is a portal of energy open for twin flames this week. So I'm not really sure what that means. I guess we will get into the cards and see. But just some more channeled thoughts that I thought I would talk about first is I saw a video, and because we've been getting the duality card in this deck a lot, the bananas, the duality card, I was really able to, it was hard for me to really understand what that meant and in what context duality kept coming up. And I saw this video, I can't remember who it was by. If I can remember, I will put it down in the description box, but it was really talking about, twin flames are non-duality. When we think of our twin as another separate person, that's what causes most of the disconnect and most of the continual illusion of separation. So maybe we don't have it. Maybe it's already in the interesting because I've already pre-shuffled and I've got them all in sections. I didn't look at them, but it's not in here. So it must mean it's out in one of these three piles that I've pulled for today's energies, for the week's energies. Very interesting that I channeled this. So yeah, and when we are thinking, when we consider our twin to be another separate entity, even though they are another being, another human, they are part of our soul. So whether you're a monadic twin or not, I'm a monadic twin, whether you're from the same monad or not, or whether you're a monadic twin or a split soul twin, doesn't matter. You're not as separate as the human mind wants us to think, okay? So they're non-duality, and that is what perpetuates the illusion. And I really sort of come to that realization at the end of last week over the Easter long weekend that, whatever is going on for me is going on for my counterpart too. Sure, maybe it's showing up and manifesting in a different way for them, but essentially it's the same thing. So this is what I channeled, and I just want to read it. Okay, so it says, what is your other, right? So them, they are your other, okay? Just because they are other doesn't mean that they aren't you. They are essentially, what the video was saying was they are essentially another piece of you. They are you, another version of you, playing out at the exact same time in the exact same timeline, which is really hard for us to get our heads around, because when we see another person, we think that they are not us, but they are. And we are them. What is your other trying to show you right now? Emotional and physical distance is protection. So your twins' emotional and or physical distance, that is them attempting to protect you. From what? Well, there's two sides of one coin: protection and nurture. A parent both protects and nurtures. Usually it's only one parent protects and one parent nurtures, usually the father or the mother. When a parent feels the need to protect, it is because of unfair treatment from the world or another person. So when one twin protects, it's to keep the other safe from unfair treatment, usually from themselves. A lack of trust of the self and a lack of trust in the other twin to safely navigate those instances, right? So when they emotionally and physically retract, I'm hearing, or withdraw, it's because they're trying to protect us from something, okay? Protect us from themselves, which is funny because in these kind of instances, you can't really protect yourself from yourself. When a twin seeks to nurture, which is usually the opposite, so typically we see divine masculine withdrawing emotionally and physically to protect, and typically we see the divine feminine seeking to nurture. It is due to a lack of trust in the other twin to actively nurture themselves. When both continue in these roles, which are fueled by a lack of trust, the cycle continues. So one twin is seeking to protect the other from themselves emotionally, right? And that can be emotionally and physically that shows up, because they are trying to protect themselves from that. When the other twin seeks to nurture the other, it's because they don't trust them to actively nurture themselves. So it's like, oh, let me do that for you. But what's happening is where that twin isn't trusting themselves to nurture themselves. So instead of nurturing themselves, they try to nurture the other. Instead of protecting themselves, they try to protect the other. So it's like going like this. Instead of the energies coming together, right? Coming together in, like, I'm trying to do a infinity, right? They're repelling, going that way, because it should be doing the opposite. How can both actively step back and allow the other to navigate and nurture? Which is trust, right? Embrace the pain, both. No longer using each other as distractions. Protector and nurturer are both roles derived from avoidance. Avoidance of pain. That's all it is, avoidance from pain. In the twin flame journey, we both think that being in those roles absolve us of our own pain because we are just tending to each other's wounds. This works, but only for so long. And then that's usually when separation occurs, because it works for so long, but then the deeper that the relationship gets, or the deeper that the connection gets, you sort of can't seem to run or hide from that anymore. At this point, I channeled the song Breeze Blocks by Alt J. I wasn't able to sort of really figure out what that sort of meant, but maybe you will listen to it and maybe you'll get something from it. This is why most couples don't make it. This is where twins come in, to seek deeper. They seek deeper. Twins don't just go, oh, okay, well, let's just break up and that's it. Twins, this is why they have this connection. This is why they have this energy, this mission, right? To show that this is not where it ends. People go, okay, well, when we get to this spot, then we're just supposed to just break up and go our separate ways because it's not working. We must be incompatible. That's not what this is about. And twins are here to show that. Deeper knowledge, healing, and understanding. To teach the world there is more than needing to give up. Excuse me, fear. All right, so that's just really, I just wanted to really share that because I just feel like that opened a lot and that sort of helped me understand the dynamic of what's happening. And it's essentially what they're doing is what we're doing in a different way. Where we should be doing both, nurturing, protect and nurturing and navigating on our own. So I'm going to start with the connection energies for this week, okay? So from the whispers, okay, so we've got new love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. I feel like both. The energy is gaining momentum. Wow, things are really starting to speed up this week, guys. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation, so I feel like there's something unexpected here. And this isn't like, oh, like keep an open mind, you know, don't be so close-minded. I feel like this is really talking about, in this context, is like really allow yourself to be surprised, because I think things are really starting to speed up and things will really start to take a turn for the better this week. These are new decks. This is a new deck I got. This is the Divine Intuition deck. We've got Dreams and Inner Screen. So, okay, so pay attention to your dreams this week, because dreams are really going to be important. I'm going to do a separate video after this one where I decode a lot of, I had quite a few profound dreams on the morning of the night of the full moon. That really opened up a lot of what my biggest block has been on this journey, especially with like just relationships in general, but I really feel like is going to be quite helpful to a lot of the twins, so both divine feminine and masculine, so keep an eye out for that. But this is, pay attention to your dreams this week. I feel like dreams are going to be really, really important. They're giving sort of insight on what's going on, to not only with our own perceptions, right? Because our own perception doesn't necessarily mean like our perceptions give us a truth. It's not the truth. And oh, okay, so we've got success here. So there's a lot of success and a lot of breakthroughs. We've got Libra here. So I feel like this full moon this has really helped. Those of you who are waiting on commitment, this is happening. Those of you who are waiting on like a recommitment of energies, like if you're like me and my counterpart, we're still like in a relationship, we haven't broken up, but there has been that emotional and sort of physical distance than what it usually has been. Like it's been very significant, which is what essentially caused the triggers. There's going to be a recommitment of that. This is what I mean by new love. So you guys are either going to be getting into a relationship this week, or recommitting the sort of, I guess, rekindling what has been lost in the connection. We've got the unicorn here, which I will quickly read just because I'm not familiar with this deck yet. And this is a big energy. So this is the spirit animal. There's a couple of these circle ones, which are the spirit ones. Okay. Yawning, so I'm really connecting. Really connecting here. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. So I feel like this week, what did I say? Reconnection of energies, which means that we're reconnecting as twins. It is difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. And I feel like the unicorn is here representing the connection itself. It's like, sometimes we question, like, is this really as meant to be as I thought? Is this really as significant as I once deemed it, as I once really genuinely felt? And I feel like this week we're really sort of, this is what I mean, keep it in mind. You don't know, you just don't know. You may be watching this and going, I just don't see how this week things could change. Well, things do change it. Like, you know, if I just saw 1414, and I saw that in town as well today. At one point, things do change. So why couldn't it be this week? Do you know what I mean? We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for the answers. And I feel like this is definitely, this is interesting, the unicorn and the sixth chakra. So this is very much talking about the third eye chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye. The exact place from within the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while the third eye peers into the future. Wow, very interesting. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is like you guys, the connection, really sort of questioning. I definitely think the divine masculines are definitely questioning where okay. Because what did it say? It said that we're awakening, reconnecting to our divinity and awakening to the divinity. So I feel like we're really getting a sense of proof this week, like physical proof, right? Sorry. Physical proof of just how right we were about this. And I definitely think that the masculines are definitely really awakening to that. Okay, so for the tarot cards, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this is adjustments, okay? So adaptation, adjustments. So adjustments are being made. The Four of Swords, so definitely coming out of contemplation, okay? The Sun, awakening and strength, resilience. This is like a sense of strength. So these are like two sides of the same coin here. So rest and productivity. So I definitely feel like there's major adjustments being made here, and awakening for sure. I feel like we're going to be definitely reconnecting. The other night I also got, I don't know if this is specific to the collective, the Twin Flame Collective that I'm a part of, so you guys, or if it's just within my connection, but I was told that physical reconnection is what will indicate reunion for us, okay? So I don't know, that could be some of you, because technically we're still in, like, we're in physical contact, communicative contact, but there's just a big difference. Let me just look at, yeah, so definitely coming out of a sense of, yeah, definitely awakening here, definitely awakening and sort of like, balance, renewal, adaptability, and change. There's definitely an air of change to this connection coming this week, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the individual energies. The energies gaining momentum, new love. I absolutely love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminines here. Okay, so we've got love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. And I definitely feel like last week, the end of last week, the long weekend, we were really, divine feminines really anchoring into that, okay? This is like a confirmation for me that I'm really connected. Yeah, really anchoring in here. There's been a lot of third eye activations for the divine feminines and crown chakra activations for the divine masculines. And this week we're really grounding into this love is all around us, recognizing that our masculines are showing us love in different ways. So whether if you're in physical separation and you're not in no communication, look for the signs, look for the buffalo, look for unicorns as well. That could be a sort of indication about union or them. We'll see what animal spirit they get in their pile for a sign for you guys to keep out. Look to your inner strength. You were stronger than you realized. The masculines got this on the weekend, so I feel like we're being urged for this as well. So that's number 11. yeah, I feel like this is a sense of this week, this is what we're going to be sort of anchoring into. We're noticing the love, we're noticing the signs and the love from our masculines, and we're feeling strong. I really, really do feel that. What do you need to release? And your hard work is paying off. So I feel like there might be something new to release here for a lot of the feminines over the long weekend. What had come up that I had channeled was a sense of perfectionism, and that is what I'm going to be making the next video about. So this is, there's perfectionism that the feminines need to release here, okay? And it's a little bit more complex than just what we perceive perfectionism to be. So I will go into that. So please make sure, if you're a divine feminine, please make sure that you watch that, even if you're a divine masculine, because it's present in both, okay? Again, confirmation. I had a good sleep. I should not be tired. And I'm not tired, so that's letting me know. Okay, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, okay? So whatever, as well I'm getting with that, whatever you're intuitively feeling and sensing this week, you can trust that and you can act upon that, okay? I feel like we're really going to be in tune this week. Love yourself first. So yeah, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and doing what makes you happy. So connecting with friends, hanging out with friends if you feel guided to. Also, I spent a lot of money today and I don't feel guilty about it at all. I really feel like there's a lot of financial abundance coming in for me, and as well as the divine feminines that are a part of this collective. So if you feel as though you are guided to do some, you know, self-care in whatever it is, even if it's not spending money, definitely do it. I haven't done that in a while and I feel great about it, literally great about it. I also yesterday purchased a bunch, like literally like 29 new new decks to be using in these videos. So I hope you guys are excited. Interpretation. Okay, so look at this crown chakra here. I really, really feel like this is whatever you interpret signs and meanings and things to be this week, you can really, really trust that, because this is actually, it's not you doing this. The interpretations that you think that you're making are actually interpretations that are coming from the crown chakra, okay? I will just check if there's anything, because I only got this deck yesterday. I'll check if there's anything else with that. Okay, you have drawn this card today to encourage you to interpret guidance from your heart space rather than your head. I'm telling you, I'm not tired. I don't know why. Why? I'm yawning. Okay. There it is. What was I saying? So the duality. So when you're trying to nurture your masculine, it's because that need to, oh, let me just love you, like, you know, let me show them that they can trust me, that they can trust me to open up to me. That's something that they have to be able to nurture themselves to come into a realization of. You can't convince someone to love you, trust you, you know, you can't convince them that it's safe to open up. This has to come within them. So that's also coming from a place of not trusting them to do that for themselves. And that was a very real, that was a very sort of like realization that I had, like, oh, trust is more than just, oh, I trust them not to cheat on me, I trust them not to do this. Trust is like, do I trust them to heal the way I'm healing? Ask yourself that right now. And if the answer is no, it's okay. It doesn't mean that that's how it's going to be. It means that you acknowledge that and you go, okay, so I need to learn to trust. And when they say learn to trust, they don't mean trust the connection and trust the universe. I mean trust your counterpart, because again, the duality, the twin flames are non-duality. They are not other. Look at this. They are not other. They are us. And it's hard because we don't necessarily feel like we're in connection and witnessing another version of us. And I don't know if that's maybe, you know, split souls, maybe that's the case. But for me as a monadic twin, that's absolutely not. It's really hard for me to grasp my head around the fact that my higher self is their higher self, because the higher self splits from the monad, and the monad splits from source, right? So source creates the monad splits to two higher selves, and then those higher selves from those two higher selves from the monad split into, so from the higher self splits a divine masculine and divine feminine, divine masculine and divine feminine. So technically there's two sets of twins from the one monad. Wild, right? So we have the same higher self. So what I'm integrating and I'm learning and I'm realizing, same thing's happening for them. That doesn't mean that we go crazy. Look at this. That looks like an infinity symbol in my hair. Doesn't mean that we go crazy and go, oh, well, let me just do all the work, because they have to do some stuff too. But this is, we can't do all the work anyway. So don't worry about getting carried away, because whatever comes up for us is what needs to be released for them. And whatever comes up for them is what needs to be released for them and us as well. So don't worry about that. Oh, okay. You're a leader. So when we start to see, right? When we start to see, oh, well, I love my twin. So because twin flames are non-duality, that must mean that they love me the exact same. So get used to seeing them as you. Get used to seeing them as another you. I feel like that's really going to help. And then we have Firefly here. So this is the divine feminine energies for this week. So let's have a look. I feel like it's talking about, before I get there, just to show I'm not on that yet, I feel like it's talking about us being the guiding light. I feel like these two are very, 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 they coincide. Where is it? Okay. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. Okay. Writes, creates, brainstorms, when out of balance, burnt out, feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem or draw. A great thing that I've started doing today, knitting. I'm going to knit myself a scarf because it's autumn here, it's coming into winter. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to knit a throw blanket for the lounge here. And this has been so relaxing and so just therapeutic, really, really therapeutic. It's stimulating enough that I'm doing something, but because I'm focusing on it, I'm not thinking so much. I'm not thinking about other stuff really. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. You are pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly folds if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? So really pay attention. This is very much talking about love yourself first as well, and as well the interpretation. So try and interpret things from the heart space. So when you have these little like feelings of, you know, those, if you're on the twin flame path, you will definitely understand the feelings of when you're on the brink of understanding something, or you feel like, wait, what is that? What is that trying to tell me? That's that. Grab onto that as quick as you can this week, because you're a leader. I feel like really pay attention. Like if you're think about how you can be creative this week, because there's going to be lots of inspiration. And I feel like whether you realize it or not, the journey is fueling that, because there is a need for that to be out there for whatever your journey, your twin flame journey is, sort of like whatever the mission is. And we don't typically realize what the mission is until we're sort of like doing it with our twins. So don't worry, but there is individual mission and together mission. Wheel of Fortune, things are really, really changing. What did I say with the Two of Pentacles in the combined energies? No way. Yep, okay. And Justice. So things are really, really balancing out here. But there's a lot of change, a lot of adaptation, a lot of changeability. Things are moving very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Hard work is paying off. There's just a little bit more to release, and I feel like it's definitely this perfectionism. Don't let perfectionism get in the way of this. Okay? Please, like honestly, please go and watch the perfectionism video once it's uploaded. I'm going to film it directly after this. Put notifications on, press the little bell so that you can be notified when I do upload it, okay? Which I'll put it on to upload as soon as this is done. So things really are moving forward and shifting this week. This is talking about you within yourself though, so it's not, don't worry about the connection. We just did the connections, energies, and things are moving and commitments coming and all of that. But in order for that to happen, your part of it, right? Our part of it is we have to continue to do what we're doing. We have to continue to lead. We have to continue to release, and we have to continue to make the effort to put ourselves first, because when we do that, our twin does the same. And that's what this is about. And you know what? Like, I just feel the need to say, like, guys, just because, like, I know we hear a lot of people say on this journey, like, you know, like, you've got to detach from your twin. What they're failing to mention is, it's not that you need to feel disconnected from your twin or focus on disconnecting from your twin. It's just that you need to shift your focus. You can still feel attached, right? Because we're always attached to our twin. That's a stupid remark to make. And it's very surface level stuff. I feel like people don't really bother to go into details on what they're saying actually means and what that looks like. But when we're saying detach from your twin, all that's saying is focus. You can still feel the exact way that you feel, but just focus. Like put that energy to good use, which is doing something for the connection to help bring it together quicker. If you want it to get together quicker, do your work. That's literally all it means. It doesn't mean that you have to worry about getting rid of the feeling, because that's impossible. Okay, so the Divine Masculines this week. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. Okay, this is what they're doing. They're definitely seeing things from our perspective this week, and I feel like they are. This is because they're realizing we had number 16 for the first one was number 16 for us, and this is number 15. So I feel like they're like more open to seeing how we operate and why we operate that way. It's very much, this is their job, to be seeking spiritually. What was it that I said? Spiritually seeking, spiritually. I can't remember. But they're seeking perspective. They're looking at the way we do things instead of looking anywhere but. This proves that we're on the right track. Okay. Look at the bigger picture. Look at this. You can't write it. They're literally looking at that perspective so they can see the bigger picture is, because they're like, hang on. There's something different here. There's something different here. Free yourself. This is how they free themselves. They're freeing themselves by looking at things differently. This is amazing. Navel chakra. Okay, so this is definitely their sacral chakra, I'm fairly sure, the navel. Maybe it's, yeah, okay, maybe that's, no, solar plexus is yellow, not orange. I'll have a look. If this is sacral chakra, that's the sexual organs and desire. They're sexually awakening. This is them getting ready for that physical union. Physical reconnection equals, and meditate on that, because that may not be the case for everyone, but I feel like for a good chunk of us, that's what that means. Because I feel like there's a good chunk of us who are sort of in connection with our twin, but just things are a little bit, I just saw 34. but things are just not the way that they, like, they're not as stable, or they're not the way that they were. Things have definitely changed because it's gotten to a certain point where it's like, okay, things need to shift now. So yeah, physical reconnection equals physical reunion. That is really strong there. Activist. This is definitely the energy when you're being an activist. You're doing things for other people. I will definitely look that up. Okay, they've got the bat energy. So let's look at these. What was I needing to look at first? It was this one. Number 17. Yep. Fertility, family, sexuality, creativity, intuition, and abundance are all connected with your desire for deep fulfillment. Carnelian. Wow. Orange light navel chakra, yeah. Lower abdomen. Deep feeling, deep meaning, and deep connections, and can be like a crucible for creativity, sexual energy, manifestation, and abundance. A healthy navel chakra helps you feel validated, so you know you are supported and you belong. It invites you to connect profoundly with others. Love that. Yeah. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. And then we're looking at, excuse me, activist here. You're guided to champion a cause such as social issue, a charitable group, or a person in distress. You can single-handedly make a positive difference in the world. She'll act as your guide in this manner, Mother Teresa. If you guys don't notice which issues arouse your passion or anger. Arouse. Very interesting use of words here. I know it's talking about something different, but that's definitely synchronicity. Arouse your passion or anger and make a commitment to serve in some capacity. Your soul wants to express itself and make your opinions known. This is being very expressive. I'm just seeing if there was anything else here. No, okay, yeah, beautiful. Very much what I thought here. So yeah, it's like, it's almost like they feel like they have something to believe in here. They're realizing that there is a deeper meaning and that there is deeper, that they're having deeper understanding of the connection. They're like, oh my God, this is serious. This is the real deal. So they're activating? No. They're activating, but it's like they're I don't know, I'm just gonna leave that, otherwise I'm gonna continue going on and on and on. So let's look for bat here. So the energy that they are sorry, this incense is very strong. The energy there in this week is darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. This week is the week where they're integrating all of the full moon's energy over the long weekend. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts with the Two of Pentacles card. Okay, before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses. Of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the tarot cards we've got are the King of Cups. So they're very much in tune with their emotions. Their emotions are balanced, okay? They're not overly expressive. They're not in the sort of, I feel like they've sort of been in this, okay? They're sort of, this is a very balanced energy here. Hermit, because they've gone within, okay? They have this wisdom, they've found that wisdom. That light has been activating. And the Fool. So they're ready to start fresh. They're ready to take on this new chapter. They really, really are searching deeper meaning and understanding this week. Wow, that's absolutely powerful. All right, guys, I am open for readings, for personal readings. If you're interested, check the link in the description box for personal readings. Be sure to follow me on Instagram as well as TikTok. I do post daily Divine Counterpart, Twin Flame readings and messages on there. Please subscribe if you're not already and give this video a like. And please keep an eye out for the next video that I post because it is very, very, very important. All right, have a good week. I will see you guys during the week for daily updates of both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energies, and have a wonderful week.